Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today's June 25th, and right now we're looking at the visible satellite imagery. You can see we have some mid and high level clouds out across the region as of yesterday morning. And I'm going to play through yesterday here really quick, and you can see some of that lightning activity there off some of the central coast, just off Point Conception there across some of Southern California. If you put that into motion, you can see those clouds that did spread up and across some of the valley areas, and you can see it did bring several thunderstorms there across some of the valley areas, then eventually moved across the Sierra Nevada. You can see Arizona was very active today. Even some of the southern Sierra Nevada had some lightning activity as well. If we scroll back to that, you can kind of see that during the afternoon hours just north of the transverse ranges here. And then we continue to scroll on through the day here, and you can see that lightning show kind of held on overnight across a lot of Utah and Arizona. Then we emerged this morning, and you can see there has been some lightning strikes just off to the northeast of the Bay Area, out over the valley areas, and we continue on into this morning, and you can see this moisture. We do have that thunderstorm threat here again today. It will be pushing off to the east here as we go over the next couple of days. We'll take a look at that, the weather models, as we go through the day today, of course. And if you want to check out my latest dust devil trip there across eastern Washington, you go to the dust devil capital of the world. I'll leave it in the bottom left here by the time you get to the end of the video, so you can just easily click on it as well. But take a look here at the lightning potential here for San Francisco, Santa Rosa, Sacramento, Livermore, San Jose. In the yellow here, a 15% chance for some thunderstorm activity, maybe a little bit higher across some of the Sierra Nevada. Lightning strikes, some of them could be dry lightning strikes, strong outflow winds, and the grass fire starts are all possible here. And this goes through Tuesday tonight. So if we take a look at Sacramento National Weather Service, talking about the same thing here again today through Tuesday evening. And this is the reservoir storage here. And you can see that current percentage long-term average water storage for June 22nd. Every place is above average. And these reservoirs are filled up, most of them over 90% here. So very nice to see that. This was issued a few days ago by the National Weather Service Sacramento. Probably the last time I'll show this here, because this will start to change a bit. But if we take a look out towards Las Vegas, look at some of the heat there for Death Valley. You can see Las Vegas punching 110 there, Needles and Laughlin 113. So you guys know the drill, how to beat the heat. Just a heads up there. Even Tonopah, Nevada checking in at 96 degrees at 6,000 feet up in the higher terrain. Taking a look at thunderstorm chances today for portions of Arizona. See 13% chance of Phoenix, but much higher as you go up towards Sedona, for example. And as you get out towards the California desert, you can't completely rule out a thunderstorm there. You can see Blythe coming in at 10% here as well. And this is northern Arizona. You do have scattered storms here as we go through Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. Some of that coverage should be lessening a bit. And this is a nice graphic here from the National Weather Service Salt Lake City. You can go to these individual recreation areas, and you can see today, Wednesday, and see what kind of flooding potential that you do have. You can see Zion probable and possible here as we go through today, and possible tomorrow yet again. So great stuff there from the National Weather Service, Salt Lake City. And if we take a look here at the thunderstorm outlook for today, this needs to be included out a little bit further here. I don't know if they just haven't gotten to it yet this morning, but already some thunderstorm activity going. Will include the Bay Area. You can see most of Nevada, Arizona, and Utah as well, and some portions of the eastern portions of the desert areas for Southern California. Day two, it starts to push off to these a little bit more. It may include some of the Sierra Nevada. We'll see how that goes. We'll look at the models here in a minute. And there's day three pushing on to the east a bit further. So if we look at excessive rainfall outlook, this goes Monday through Wednesday morning here coming up, and there is that slight risk there, and this is going to exist for the next couple of days across portions of Arizona, Utah, and portions of New Mexico. There's day two and day three. You can see that slight even across portions of New Mexico as well, with this monsoon activity bubbling up around the area. Looking at the 7-day precipitation outlook here, again, it's not doing too great here. Some of these thunderstorms are not producing a lot of precipitation, so they don't show up that well here, but you can see the better amounts across Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, and Utah with that monsoon moisture. So taking a look at the daily 2-meter max temperature here as we go through the next few days. This is today, Tuesday, June 25th. You can see some hundreds, 104 for Bakersfield, for example. Some very warm temperatures across the desert areas. Death Valley probably towards 120 degrees. Of course, much cooler once you get towards the coastal areas or the higher terrain across the Sierra Nevada. But as we scroll through tomorrow, you notice we drop off a little bit here for Wednesday, and then again Thursday, Friday, kind of bouncing back maybe a little bit here as we go towards the the weekend here, but it is summertime. So, we're getting some temperatures, in the upper 90s and 100s. Not totally unusual for this time of year by any stretch of the imagination, and very hot across the desert areas. And if we scroll off into the extended forecast, there's next Tuesday, you can see the temperatures bouncing back a little bit there. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday on in through July 5th. But this would be July 4th, so you can kind of get a first-hand or an early look here at the extended forecast for the 4th of July. Of course, you want to beat the heat, get to the coastal areas. You want that hot weather, stay out towards Death Valley here. I don't know if they have fireworks shows out across the desert areas, but maybe some of you guys can fill me in the comments below. Taking a look at the composite reflectivity as we go through this morning, you can see the high resolution rapid refresh is showing this potential here. These could be some prolific lightning producers as we go through the day today. And then you can see these pop off across the Sierra Nevada as we go through this afternoon. Maybe Las Vegas, some of the desert areas again for California, Arizona, Utah here, kicking off some of this thunderstorm activity as we go on in through tonight. You can see lightning still being produced here as we go through the overnight hours. And then as we move into Wednesday afternoon, you can see that threat kind of push off to the east a little bit, but you can't rule it out across the Sierra Nevada, Utah, Arizona. As you can see the monsoon high kind of pivoting around out here, allowing that moisture to move back up into the region. We look at precipitable water. This has been a good example of what kind of moisture has been moving over the area, and this is why we have that thunderstorm threat here today across a lot of California towards the Sierra Nevada. And as we scroll on in through Wednesday, you notice we get a little bit of a relaxation in some of this moisture by the time we go towards Wednesday afternoon, and you can see it pushing off to the east with the thunderstorm threat. Then we go into Thursday, and you can see even some below average precipitable water here for this time of year start to emerge as we go through Thursday night into Friday, kind of ending that thunderstorm threat for much of California as we head towards the end of the week upcoming here. Taking a look at tropical cyclone activity, none is expected right now over the last 48 hours. We did get some moisture from Alberta here, a tropical storm out across the Gulf of Mexico that kind of drifted up here in the monsoon flow, and that's what helping to bring some of this moisture into the southwest USA. Here's the 6 to 10 day. So after that monsoon surge across some of California, we're going to dry out here, it looks like, as we go towards the 4th of July. But the monsoon signal still here. That does include some of southeast California. So we'll see how this goes day by day. Of course, we'll be breaking that down. Here's the 6 to 10 day temperature probability outlook. Much of California is included, Nevada, Utah, and Arizona as well. This is the 8 to 14 day, something similar here with the monsoon signal and some drier than normal conditions. Central Northern California, 8 to 14 day, above average as well. But yeah, interesting stuff out there watching this moisture surge up over the area. This looks fairly daunting here, so we may get some more thunderstorm coverage than we initially thought as we go through the day today, because you can kind of see it flaring up here. A few strikes already this morning near the Bay Area, and of course this is going to be active during the afternoon hours, especially across the Sierra Nevada. So eyes on the sky today. Watch out for that. Watch out for those new fire starts there. Some of the strikes could be of the dry variety. These storms may not be producing much precipitation, but anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying this videos. Click on that subscribe button down below. It's free to do so. Click the like button there if you're liking these videos. And if you want to monetarily support the channel, go to that join button down below and click that. But otherwise, we will break this all down again tomorrow. Hope you guys are having a good day, and I will talk to you guys then.